Hey, here we are. Hey, buddy. Should be working. Hopefully the voice is working anyway. So now, yeah, if you seem to recall, I had to watch the previous video slightly, like the very end, uh, to see just as a reminder what happened. But if you remember, we went to that um little temple area and encountered the assassin, and of course he broke the golden rule by attempting to, well, assassinate you. And that lady by the temple that collapsed, there's got to be a way to prevent that, right? So I think that's what I'm going to focus on and try to find the golden bow, which apparently is going to be needed a bit later. And yeah, have to go through all of this preamble again, the beginning and all of that. Probably skip the tour. Really not interested. And then go straight to Centilla. And do it that way. I don't know. So, let's resume.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I'm Wolfie, and we've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. Never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to see Sentius so he can tell me about the Golden Rule.
Oh, I get so much to drink last night. Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem, I have to go.
And since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
All right. Thank
Just
you.
attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, the worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Thanks, I'll be going now.
All right, see you around.
And of course, that's very reassuring. Oh yeah, it'll probably work. Oh yeah, been there, done that one. So we're not gonna steal anything or anything, but deja vu.
Keep an eye out for Sentinel over here. What is it, citizen?
Okay.
What business is that of yours? A lot of people have been looking for it. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better?
Some fresh eyes might help.
I suppose that's fair.
Anything suspicious before she went missing?
Sentinel is always a kind, well-behaved woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Cynthia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Demetrius. And none of them will tell me anything. You might do better though, I suppose.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm going now.
Alright. Please keep an eye out for anything that might lead us to Cynthia.
Yeah, so we have to go through all of the motions again, because it is a time loop after all, and There she is. Oh, God. Yeah. Go up the stairs.
Whatever are you wearing?
Oh, God, we have to go through this again.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want? Oh, you heard about her disappearance, I take it.
I found a letter in a room which mentioned her plan to escape. At least you get, you know, when you go through the time loop, you get to keep the items you found.
What? Really? I swear, I searched her room top to bottom and never saw that. I wonder how I could have missed it. Strange, but well done, I suppose. But it's odd. It was only a few months ago that Centilla's friend Julia let slip she was planning an escape of her own. And yet, Julia's still here. You should go and speak with her. Find out if she knows anything. She lives in the villa next door.
Okay, will do. Gonna speak to him.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
We've had this conversation before.
Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here.
Uh-huh.
I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened?
I couldn't stop it from being broken. An assassin caused it.
I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered, and do better next time. Now, I assume you sought me out again for a reason.
I'd like you to release Dooley. I promised that I would at least talk to him, even though he's probably going to say no.
You mean Julius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
What exactly did he do?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 Tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities. Here we see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and, most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us, were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass. The man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule-breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Was there something else?
Yeah, that's a valid but unfortunate point of view, and you know, we had ascertained that last stream, didn't we?
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Okay, so let's have a look. Find out what's distressing Krisha. Is there a vanishing act? Should ask Julia. A lot of times, especially in certain ones, they would actually replace the J with the I, so it would be Julia instead of Julia. Okay. Oops. So Horatius accused Domitius of some involvement. So that should be the main goal. What are the key binds again? I have forgotten the keys. God. Binding. Jump crouch. So that's it. Hey Shiz! You're welcome. Welcome to this stream. I don't know. This is kind of like the first time I've actually played through this. Last week's stream got into a bit of trouble. And had to reset. But let me study this properly. Okay. Weapon primary controller, that's probably not. Okay. Let's go. She said it's the villa next to this one, so we'll see. Completely get lost in this.
Harvey. Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
Oh, shut up. I'm not going to go through that again.
Trying to goad me into an argument.
Sentius et Malleus.
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
Shut the F up. Sentius et Malleus.
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
I find out you did something to her poor sweet girl. Not even the golden robe is going to protect you. Got it?
Huh. As if I'd be afraid of you, little man.
Well, gladiator.
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day.
And? So what do you know about Scintilla's disappearance? Come on.
Listen, I don't abduct women. They come to me. And they keep coming back. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think you're hiding something. No, I'm not gonna do. Yeah, it's subtle, but I think you know what you mean. It's called, He thinks he's virilis.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Arrogant SOB. Oh, come on. So all of this is going to be locked, I bet you. Nothing here. Larium. Small household shrine where ancient Romans offered the daily prayers for protection. Yeah.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the
Oh!
system, are you?
Nah, not really, no.
You be eaten alive. Little runt like you.
Fair enough. I'm not going to antagonize him too much. Yet. But,
Ave,
oh, hello, Equitia.
a new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
We've been here before. I've been asking people about how they wind up here, trying to find a pattern.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
Nothing really.
Oh, well then. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Yeah.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbours.
Well, okay. Talking to everyone now.
Name's Wolfius. Better watch your step.
Okay. What's your story?
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Solution on Tigris, Babylon province. I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th, one they call Ironclads.
How did you end up here?
Same way as everyone else.
So why are you still wearing your legionary armor?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
You don't have a weapon either, huh?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
Yeah, so you don't say much, do you?
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
What are you dealing with?
None of your business. Introiti ipsum commensula.
I have no idea what that means. Introite ipsum cum mentula. Probably something like you're a mental. You're just stupid or something. Okay.
If we have to.
What do you think about the golden rule?
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Oh, I hear ya. Ha! Topical. Ha! Yeah. I work with the same sort of common sense, at work a lot. So I'm gonna go with this one. I've lived through a pandemic.
And you know what I'm talking about. I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. Well, we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
Uh-huh. Point. What do you think is coming?
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it.
I think you're absolutely right.
Of course I am.
Well, I know something that you don't. So who are you going to vote for?
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
Are we going to break the golden rule by saying, hey, we're going to change it? because I'm still voting for Galerius myself. What should we do? Just ignore that particular statement, or go for what can I do to change the fact that Sentius, who is popular, probably get in. Malleolus, who's meant to be like well, according to some, a nasty dude. So what can I do to change that?
No.
Fair enough.
If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay. Oh, hello.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Sylvium, but that Culus cubulatus Decius won't give it to me.
Oh. Okay. I remember this, kind of.
It's too late. She just slipped away.
Shit. Of course, of course. We didn't kill her the last time, but we did this one. Damn.
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally, I'd treat her with resin of Sylvium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall, but there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing, and now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
Oh, yeah. There's something I can do to help at all?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that Sylvium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out.
I'll see what I can do. So, what is actually your story?
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
Yeah. So how did you end up here?
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
Oh, God, yeah, I can relate. Sorry to hear that.
It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
Tell me more. Why are you working out of the shrine?
Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because Apollo, or Apollos, was the god of curse, a god of diseases and healing. Tell me more about Navia.
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying, but I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
Oh. Who?
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Navia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace. Really? That would be wonderful. Thank you. Let me know how you go.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Complete. These are the ones we've completed, right? Try to persuade Decius to hand over the silphium resin. I think that one, this one should be a priority, although still got to get the golden bow apparently. Did I just take that item? Oh, didn't mean to. Circular loaf of bread designed to be pulled apart into wedges. It appears to be freely available to anyone who wants it. Oh, so therefore not breaking any golden rule. But that's it. They would wrap them up like this, and it was quite ingenious because the way that they were baked, as it says, just basically pull a slice off, a bit like a pizza. I'm sure if you added tomato and the other bits and pieces on there, you'd have the perfect pizza. And there's nobody at the market yet. Wait against the current. Oh, here he is.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
Ah. Hello?
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. Terrible shame what happened to you here. But we just have to carry on, don't we?
I'm going to ask him what his story is first before he sort of like going. What's your story?
You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome.
Stealing.
Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Have myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, hoping to escape by barge. So I'll gather my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and have my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named a camper, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing through a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
You chose the cart, didn't you?
Of course I chose the cart.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I could always buy a new slave girl if I still had my money.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
put my hand in the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
Good for her. I think I see where this is going.
Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Yeah. Sounds like you got what you
I couldn't
deserved.
agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, it is sort of like he just gives me the chills. So, give me some Silphium resin.
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
Your price is gouging over life-saving medicine. What is wrong with you, man?
Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
That whisper!
You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands.
Well, yeah, I've heard about it. Go on, tell me your opinion what happened to Navia. Yeah, everyone did something wrong, or everyone is culpable for something, and it's kind of like maybe this place and the Golden Rule is a form of karma. Because you mess up once, you have a second chance here, and if you mess up again, well, that's it. It's curtains, or gold curtains for you.
She claimed the statue was a whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace, and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this Silphium or not?
How about I just, how would you just take it instead? That would be breaking the Golden Rule. How would I come up with 1,000 denarii?
That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years?
Yeah, I don't.
Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget? Very well. Another time.
What an a-hole. Yeah, I really don't like that dude. There's got to be like a... Oh my goodness, go back.
Greetings and salutations.
I would guess that he's Egyptian. Probably wrong, probably.
I'm Georgie. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
Oh, well, perhaps not Egyptian. It sounds sort of Greek. I'm from beyond the edge of the known world. Yeah, my nature doesn't exist yet, or maybe you never believed me if I told you.
And now you have me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
We're getting seriously distracted, but I'm curious about how everybody got here. Really?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Why set up a tailor shop here as if it's already known?
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
Yeah, more or less.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Yeah, actually I do.
Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
Fair point. So how did you end up here?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Why don't you tell me what you do remember? You know, once again, the voice acting is really, really good.
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drawing in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
You floated down the Tiber.
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Huh.
Anything you like.
Okay.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Okay, so that quest is updated. We probably have enough information to return. But not yet. Why have I got that? Oh my god. So, why have I got the flashlight out? I don't even need it. Oh, here we go.
You have to do something. A man arrived in the bath. Real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or it's going to break the golden rule.
Now this is deja vu. How? I don't have a weapon.
None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You'll just have to improvise. Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
No, 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 no. No. Do not go in there.
What? Why?
Just, I have a bad feeling about it. Look, just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Ah, yeah. And that. Okay. So where's the assassin? There he is.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Okay, so now we can say something. Yes, I saw him worshipping in a small round temple just inside the city. Second building on your left. Can't miss
Thank
it.
you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Okay, so... Well, that was easy compared to the last time. So is he actually... He's actually going... Okay, cool. So he's actually going into that temple.
Curse you, cultist!
Oh, yes! Ha! Karma! And so, technically, by doing that, we are not actually breaking the golden rule, because this can be considered as an accident. Yeah, we got his bow. By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He's about 40 to 50 years old. His average height, average build, has dark hair, has only one green eye and one blue eye. Yes. He is typically clean-shaven, known associate of the cultists, and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Okay, so I'm going to take this as well. I'm going to take this and take... So the other option would be to... The other option would be to... find him now. Yeah. Okay. So I guess now we can enter the temple. I would assume. But anyway. Oh. Wow. Wow. course, this is... Okay, it's not this chemical. Of course it isn't. Ha. Ha. I'm so glad. So now what? Note from Nivea. I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will become of it. Right. So, we can get in there. I don't know where that is. That is a nice view of the city. Oh, he startled me. What's up here? Too many distractions. He sounds like a bear with a sore head. Okay. Don't know about this. I think it's just going back where it started, pretty much. Wow. Relief of Proserpina. The Roman goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. Ha! Yeah, that's appropriate. More of a guard dog. You'd remind me of a sort of like a more of a cross between a wolfhound and a Jack Russell. Let's talk to her.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, but it does not notice the crowds that come.
We didn't manage to speak to her last time because she wasn't here, so what's your story?
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
The house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. I have no idea what that means.
They never do.
Huh. So, do you know a way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
That's very lugubrious. You need help?
Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Wow. Well, Pandora's box was basically a box that had all kinds of plagues and curses from all of the gods. Anybody who opened it, it was meant to herald the doom of mankind, except there was one good thing that could come out of Pandora's box. And that was hope. So, this pattern, what did you see?
You think you wish to know, but you do not.
I certainly
It
do.
is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Okay.
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Right.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Okay, so what does she actually
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
She's either completely lost it or she's kind of psychotically psychic. Hello.
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. You're not like any Roman man I've ever seen. You seem so refined, so civilized.
Oh God. Oh, yeah, here we go. Is this kind of like I don't know. Does this have some kind of romance in it? I'm not sure. Oh, stop it. No, please go on. Not interested, sorry. And you're as charming as you are beautiful. I don't know which one should choose. Which one do you think? I know which one I'm curious on. But that's interesting. It's just a game, really. Maybe we can... don't know. If there is any kind of like I don't think this has any sort of content that should be unsuitable. Yeah, the middle one. That one is the one that I'm most This one is the one that I would most likely be to choose myself if I was playing this game. But I'm actually very curious to see where this goes. So I'm gonna just just in case, I'm gonna set up. I think I read somewhere that it doesn't have any sort of like that gratuitous style or any graphic scenes, but I am going to set up a key press just in case. So Control Alt Numpad 2. Okay. Yeah, I'm more inclined to do the middle one, but I'm really curious about this one.
Coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
Yeah.
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
I knew that something like that would happen, but I just to sate my curiosity, see. Because it's kind of like, there's like overt flirtation, there's subtle flirtation, and there's sort of when you, especially when writing, when I was doing the plot for the relationship simulator, I had to think about these kinds of things as well. And when you sort of, certain girls, they kind of, really like a dominant, confident guy who just say, hey, I'm interested in you outright. And then you have the ones that sort of like the super subtle, and this power of words is just, when you're a bit bashful and humble, they tend to kind of like, get a little bit more. So next time around, when we have to go through the loop, I will choose the middle one, because that one is probably going to further, she can kind of like probably give you a little bit more information than she actually would right now. But really just wanted to see what that is. So what's your story?
Let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
I'm interested in that. I just want to know what the story is. So, okay. Bye.
All right. See ya.
Already been down here as well. Okay. Ixiophilis sexus coitus cum coitur. Felicit et omni. And this is the dice tower. A metal dice tower designed to stop people from cheating when rolling dice. Clearly, cheating must be a problem in Romans. Yes, indeed. And, Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I came, I conquered.
The 49 melodies fetch again with incessant labour. The water they have lost.
Should actually just stop and listen for a while, see what she has to say, because she definitely has some, a lot to say. And we're back here. Too many distractions. Yeah, been there. Alright, save the game. I should have saved the game before,
Fortune smile on you, brother.
before speaking and making a mess of things. Thought about making your own... What? And I've always wanted a dice tower. Yeah, they are a pretty good deal. The Romans, to their credit, they had a lot of inventive creativity. So let's talk to her and see.
Harvey again. Did you find what you need?
Kind of, sort of. I've been asking people about how they wound up here.
And did you notice anything? A pattern?
Well, some people mentioned an encounter with a stranger on a riverbank.
Yes. I also had such an encounter. What else?
And they also mentioned a river.
Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else?
That's it. Right.
There are definitely some common threads there. But I think we'll need at least a few to ensure we're not just seeing coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first. Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbours.
Yeah. Yeah. Steal the Silphium resin. Don't want to do that. Pandora's box. Going in the hole. That one. Find a way into the palace. Her sister won't need to do that. We can't ask Julia. Might have to go back in time again. And 3 common threads, so we need to have at least one. So it's just, you know, one more about the thread. I know I said I was going to get the golden blood roll, but...
You look well, my sartorial friend.
I have no clue where that bow is. That's locked.
Salve.
Oh, Virgil. Hello.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
We're yeah. We're going back in time and we're gonna do this things a little differently, and maybe it's gonna end up having to steal the Silphium we need and then rush back to save her. At least we have that option of time, time. It's not like permanent or anything.
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people, that kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
He's sort of like, he sounds like it would be Germanic or Gallic. Just tell me about the city's history. I'd be interested.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
Oh. Isn't it common for Romans to copy Greek art and architecture?
Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
So interesting. And based on that principle, if the entire underground city has been here before the Romans, and then the Greeks came here before, the golden rule and everything else could be like a big sort of karmic experiment. So the Greeks came here before the Romans, and whether or not they sort of like failed or something. So what's it going to be? The next incarnation, if you like, would be people from modern times. Hence why I'm kind of here. What about the city's architecture?
Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake, and allows us to fish and farm.
They were, the aqueducts. A true feat of ingenuity. So, theoretically, if they bring water into the city, could use them to escape? Maybe?
Hey, absolute. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Okay. Tell me about the temple up on the bluff.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the golden rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
So let's
Of course.
see. What about the graffiti?
Oh, it means someone thinks I'm a sinner, and that I'm going to break the golden rule.
Why would someone think that?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Ah, yeah.
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagos, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
Yeah, it's common. You love who you love. Well, I'm sorry to hear that one.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Do you know who's writing the graffiti?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's always one, or at least one group who is kind of like anti a lot of different things. So I could look into it, I guess.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
I'll see what I can do. So I'm
Nice to talk to you.
gonna go. Where's this graffiti? It's creepy.
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts.
Okay. Well. Okay. See, he's creepy much. He's listening to the entire conversation. Okay, go on.
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
I don't trust him much. No, but he's going to tell you.
Well, between you and me, I found an old scroll from years ago, hastily written, in which the author claimed something extraordinary and terrifying. He wrote that when the golden rule is broken, statues spring to life all over the city, wielding golden bows, and begin firing golden arrows at the inhabitants. Supposedly, one or two of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg.
Yeah.
With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
Yeah, greedy. He's greedy. That's why I don't like him. It's just, I think the golden goose is meant as a cautionary tale.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
Well, yeah.
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan. But first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Well, yes, I am, but you're gonna. I'll get you to tell me anyway.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
A golden bow.
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what.
But you want me to steal it? Possibly breaking the golden rule myself?
Oh, gods no! If you tried that, you'll be dead within moments, I'm sure.
Well, at least be at some
Here's
sense.
what I propose. You give your bow to me. I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty ingenious if you think about it. It's just sort of trading one thing for another and pulling the woolies over somebody's eyes. Will it work? Why can't you just do it yourself?
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
In other words, you let other people do your dirty work for you and then you reap the rewards. So isn't it all extremely dangerous?
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
Yeah, fair point. Okay.
So, are you in, partner?
If you don't like action or horror elements, feel free to decline. I'll do it, but don't ever call me partner. Yeah. So it's got action and horror elements. Okay, I'll do it.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment.
Okay.
And here we are, a gold leaf bow.
Wow. Now, he did a fine job of that one.
Now, I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. You're just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
May the gods not watch over you. Just
Sunday.
down the street on the left. The place that we couldn't get to before. Oh. So we said extinguish the braziers. A Roman man on his knees as if uttering a desperate prayer. Clearly it fell on the death gate. Guyana. I don't like that. I am going to save here. Just in case. But I'm also going to get some more coffee. Minute. Whoop. I'll be right back. Coffee in hand. Now, let's resume. So it's basically getting ancient Roman goddess of the hunt of the moon. Okay, so are we gonna swap it out? Replace this thing. Oh! And that's done. So now we have the clip and blow. Okay. I forgot about the effect. Oh! Cinematic hellish. That will add a little bit more to the horror element. Oh wow, how can anybody play like that? Well, anyway, so is there a way to equip it? Equip. Weapon primary. Okay. That's it. Oh, come on. Let's test it out, shall we? Whoa! I did not expect that. Oh shit. Okay. That's awesome. So now, guess there's only one way down. Sponge stick. These were quite remarkable inventions, I think. It's just basically a sponge on a stick. So you could get the parts that you can't reach. But in fact, well, yeah, as it says there, I was going to say that they weren't exactly using it for cleaning their backs or anything. It was sort of equivalent to toilet paper. As it says in the description as well, they shared it. I mean, in certain areas they were quite hygienic, but in certain areas they were not. Ooh, it's a gold. So this would be a escape route. Okay, so how getting up there? Shoot it. Oh, okay. Oh, come on. She said shoot it, so shoot it. Thinking shooting the water to turn it. Turn the algae into gold, yes. On the right track, I guess. Yay. Thank you. Well, that was very interesting. Navia's Journal, Volume 1.
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me, a rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and, disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strange whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that, even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me. This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
So they're not turned to gold statues. They're basically humans encased in gold. That puts things in an entirely different perspective. That's why the whispers. That's why... that's why Livia. That's why Livia is the way she is. She knows the truth, and it kind of sent her slightly over the edge. That's a revelation now. Remember Vines in that cave? Yeah, can now access it, and probably it wasn't in the cave. It was the I think it was this somewhere near the cistern, because you have to get right up. Hey, Solo Sun, welcome. And here we are. This is unexpected. I actually got a new quest now, and same quest with that, but that's... He's obviously boarded it up. I'm not going through all of that crap again, so... So... Return to Decius. And... The gilding and the sinner... Dying grasp. We probably will have to steal They have no option but to steal that. And since it hold on to the weapons or hold on to the items, we can go back through the portal, go back through time, and save Julia. And the Vanishing Act. None of these. Okay. Figure out how to get into the upper cistern. Yeah. Probably be able to do that now with a golden bow. Figure out a for rheumatism. This is probably the one that we need. I suspect she's probably in this. It's going to be no consequences because this is considered as abandoned, and we can take the arrows anyway. But this is honestly, that revelation has put these statues in a new light. I did not expect that. Ah! 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 Headshot! I wasted a couple of arrows there. Creep around. There may be more. Hopefully not. Anything of interest here? I heard laughter. Oh. That is proof that they are humans. Headshot.
Kill me.
Jeez. Field statue. I wonder what that means. Sorry. So they were probably trying to flee and taking their gold with them, and greed is obviously one of the, you know, the golden rules: stealing, greed. Oh, wow. That's got to be another one.
You're not supposed to be here.
Well, well, okay. Only algae to gold once again. I am indeed still crouching. It's meant to be like a, I guess, sneaking. So there's still. Still one more. Garum, fermented fish sauce. We had that one 4. Wow. Down there. Does that mean we're going to go into... Don't tell me we have to fight her. Already searched that one. Get rid of it. Yeah. And get rid of that one before. This way, well, doesn't help. Can't exactly open the door. Okay. Overlooking, I want to see if there are any more chests. Just sort of explore everything everywhere. That might be a hole. Down there. Yeah, I know. That hole. It's just, Okay, let's see. Down the hatch. I just wanted to see if there were any more tests or something. That's creepy. Ah! Headshot. Well, I should have done that before. So, we're getting up there. Did I get the arrows? Yes, I did. Oh, the knife. I'm gonna make it my mission to pick all of these statues down. They're becoming annoying. So I would presume those butterflies. Yeah, there you go. A little bit of a boost. Now, I'm gonna start creeping around here because... Okay, there's another statue. There's the algae. Did I miss? I absolutely missed. Oh my! It's probably a... How can... Yeah, crap aiming. What? Okay, now I'm gonna get this. So, up, up, up. What is up there? And we got some gold as well. So that's where we would have come otherwise, the same way. Fair enough. More arrows, cool. At least they're given plenty of ammo. Now... I'm gonna save. Come on. Ha ha. Okay, explore this one. I don't know. Can't take the farm bread. Burly, that's a burly chef. So we're up here now.
Help me.
Distract them. Okay, so now presumably we're gonna wait. All in here. Yay! Yes, they have been rather generous. Because I don't think, like, with the amount of the number of arrows we've already used, it probably wouldn't have been able to make it. Oh, that made me jump. Okay, so, got another one there. Oh no. Another chest. More arrows. Absolutely awesome. This doesn't look good. It looks like this custom-made rack has been used to hold down golden statues and peel the golden layer from them. Gruesome. Oh. Navia must have been using these brutal-looking surgical tools to peel the statues. That's equally creepy because she... I'll take those. She obviously has discovered the secret behind this. This is why she locked it all up. I got chills. Right. Nevia's journal, number 2.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow? Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor who fell in love with a beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when I turned to look at you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face, forever frozen in a look of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper, your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
Wow. So she may have been driven to madness because of this. At least we got the keys now. It's mission accomplished. Reach the upper floor. We got plenty of statues to keep them occupied. Yeah, she has plenty of statues, it seems, to conduct her experiments. Oh, nice. That's where my arrows went. Trap thing. So they are officially trapped. You can't get me. Good job I noticed that one. In the corner of my eye I saw there was more curtains, because otherwise it would have been quite interesting. So there aren't any more here. Nothing down there. So presumably that would be another place in case missed the other one. Quite high up, so they're pointing the way, I would presume. I love that effect. Just coats it in big gold. Oh shit. So we're gonna get across. Oh, yeah. So, by the looks of it, I actually need to climb up there. That is awesome. And then continue going across. Reaching the other side. There's plenty gold. I wonder how much actual... 452. So kind of like if we really wanted to, it would be halfway to not breaking the gold rule.
You. Please.
Okay.
Make it stop.
Whoa. Did that one... Oh, crap. That one actually got caught up in the curtain. When I changed it to gold. Good. That's cool. Okay. So they're all done now. I'm back up to the top. Into two. gonna actually miss. Okay, I'm probably overlooking a whole lot here, but try to explore as much as I can here. He wanted to obviously get in the door, but couldn't. A young Roman woman with her arms raised is suddenly terrified by something unknown. That seems to be a common theme. So, no other places to go. It's like this is the only way. Almost at the end of this anyway, I'm gonna end the live stream. Lararium, small household shrine where ancient Romans offered the daily prayers for protection. Yeah, usually for specific gods or hearth gods. Come on. I missed out on that one. I messed that up. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah. Oh, I could have distracted them with that. And then done the algae. Wow. I think I have missed that one. I'm going to save this just in case. Posed as if beckoning others to run to safety, yeah.
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh. Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength and those sharp metal talons. This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity is preserved. I promise you this. One day we will be together, even if I have to free every last statue in this God's forsaken place.
I think she has actually been placed very close to it. Oh, crap! I did not expect that. That literally made me jump. Oof. But anyway, as I was saying, I think she's been kind of driven mad by now. So this is definitely the area that she was on about. That's ah, missed. Have to be really quick on the draw. By the sounds of it, we're really close to her now, and yeah, definitely very close to mad by the sounds of it. We are close. It's more blood. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, here we go again. You know, I'm going to take a photo of this, sort of like a... I think this is really cool. There. Oh, good grief, this is grisly. So she's got down to the skeleton part. Appears to be dead, evidently assessed didn't break the golden rule, like she said. We're getting closer. We are definitely getting closer. Oh. Wow. You can talk? Who are you? Oh! You must be Navia.
And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And, worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that.
If you attack me, we'll both end up encased in gold.
And you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me, as long as you get what you deserve.
This doesn't have anything to do with me.
Liar! I locked and barred the gate. I left a message warning you all to leave me alone. I just wanted to do my experiments in peace, for her. And now look at her. You made me turn the most beautiful woman I've ever seen into this. Look at her. She's in agony. All I wanted was to spend my last moments with her, to see her beautiful face, to hear her speak freely, instead of in those cryptic whispers. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped whispering to me. And now I discover she started whispering to you instead. What's so special about you?
Oh. We could actually call her out on her madness. Hey, you're a mad woman, is it? But no, it's not just this statue whispering to me. A lot of them do it, but it's always the same voice.
What do you mean, the same voice?
Exactly as I said. It's like someone else is whispering to me through the statues.
Yes. I remember when they used to whisper to me. They did sound similar. I just thought it was because all voices sound the same when they whisper. But now that I think about it, they were all benevolent and seemed to share a common knowledge. But if these bodies are mere conduits for that one voice, then this body is nobody. And everything I've done here was... Wait, I see what you're doing. You're trying to steal her away from me. Were you planning to wait until I'd done all the hard work, then swoop in? Is that it?
Oh, good grief. No, I am
Liar.
not.
You tried to steal her away from me, and now look what you made me do. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't peel you too.
Oh, for goodness sake. Draw the... I guess you could draw the bow and end her. Put her out of her misery, but then you'd be breaking the golden rule. So I'll just tell her the truth. I just ended up here by accident. Completely. I just want to leave and go home.
What? What are you talking about?
I got trapped in the tunnels under the city and came up inside the palace.
Wait. So you're saying you weren't coming for us?
Oh God, here we go. We're sort of like somebody is determined. I wasn't planning to kill you, but then I saw what you've done. Boom. No, I had never any intention of hurting you.
So I did all this. I ruined her. For nothing. What have I done? Oh God, I feel sick. I can't bear the thought of her being like this. And in so much pain. It's the air. Coming into contact with her flesh. It's agonizing for them. But the only way to fix it will be to break the golden rule and let it run its course. At least that way she'd be golden again, and we'd be together. All it would take is one little cut.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's confirmed. She's mad. Mad with obsession. I can undo all this if you tell me treatment for rheumatism, yeah.
It's too late. There's nothing you can do. I have to do this. I'm sorry.
I can wind back in time. Make it so that I never came in here.
What? Wind back time? What are you talking about?
I'm reliving the same day over and over again, Groundhog style. You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
What? How is that possible?
I just need to get to the shrine of Proserpina.
The goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, of course. But I'm confused. If you've harnessed the secrets of the gods, why tell me?
Because you'll never remember this conversation. Trust me, I know already.
I see. Well, I'll trust you to honor our bargain. But if you don't, mark my words, I'll break the golden rule and kill you and everyone else in this city. The treatment for rheumatism is willow bark. I believe there's a pot of it already in the shrine of Apollo. Now, please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there.
Oh, I feel so sorry for her. I really do. Okay. Goodbye, Nivea.
Go, and never return.
I won't. Leave her to her madness and her obsession. Wait, what?
What? Are you still here?
No, I went the wrong direction. Just leave me to it. I wonder if you linger, if she'd fulfill her promise. Whoa! So you can actually... Now I'm curious. Okay, so... That was another way of getting up through in the temple. You could have literally... Wait a minute. You could literally have come up here, gone all the way up, turned this into gold, and then climbed your way up, and then gone and seen her directly instead of going through that rigmarole. Oh, wow. Instead of going through the hole. Well, here goes. Damn. Sorry to confirm all of that. Priestess, yes. So coming up all the way up here with the golden bow, shooting all of this and then climbing all the way up. Damn. Fancy that. Anyway, going back to Priestess, and I'm going to end the stream after this.
Feeling all right?
I figured out how to treat rheumatism.
You made it into the palace. I'm impressed. How is Nevia?
She's alive, but just wants to be left alone, and treatment is willow bark.
Willow bark.
I knew that.
should have known. It was under my nose the whole time. That's very helpful. Thank you. If this works, it should settle Rufius down some. I have some right here. Could you do me a favor and give him some of this? He'll just need to swallow a pinch of it. I'm hoping it will avert disaster.
Yeah, I agree. It was more fun. And more stress, I think. But willow bark is a natural analgesic anyway. Alright, I can do that.
Thank you. I'm really glad you arrived when you did. Alright. Well, thanks again for helping remove the thorn from the lion's paw. The spirit of Androcles smiles upon you.
Yeah, basically, aspirin.
Feeling alright?
I want to talk about Julia.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Did you hear anything about her escaping?
How did you know that? Yes, she did mutter something about the only way out. A few times, but nothing more than that, I'm afraid.
Do you think she was poisoned, or was it self-inflicted?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
Yeah, point. What poisoned her?
Hemlock, I believe.
Hemlock. Is there any reason why she might have wanted to die?
I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolus' villa, and they are quite secretive.
Oh, so once again we have Malleolus. Malleus.
Gladly.
Malleus means
All right.
Evil.
Well, thanks again for helping remove the thorn from the lion's paw.
Malleus means evil, or something like that. We're gonna find Rufius wherever he is. And then after giving the willow bark or aspirin to Malleolus, sorry, to whoa! After giving him the aspirin, we are going to end the stream. I think it's going completely the wrong way. Possibly the last bottle of wine in the city. Huh. Somebody might need it. Perhaps the cool thing about all of this, anyway, is we can probably keep coming back in here to get the gold. Already been in here anyway. This is what you were on about earlier, right? About oh, okay. Anyway, this is where you were on about earlier. About the vines, yeah. Hello?
I said, please leave. You're trespassing.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna antagonize you. Roman plaque. Pluto Dispater. I'm gonna take this, why not? Might come in handy. Stone disc. Circular stone disc with a symbol of fish carved into it. Might look like religious in nature. Well, obviously it was. But, door's locked. Okay. Probably time to get out of here anyway. Oh, shit.
Gracious. Looking a bit troubled there.
Oh!
Still no sign of Santilla. And I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax. Get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
I suppose you're right.
Well, yeah. Caveat emptor. Buyer beware. Yeah.
Handsome.
Oh, hello. Again.
Fortune smile on you, brother.
The chasm. Magistrate orders.
You again.
Yeah, now about your rheumatism.
What business is that of yours?
Well, I figured out a treatment. Eat a pinch of this wheelbark, and you should feel better in no time. Says Dr. Wolf.
Willow bark. And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you. I've been in a lot of pain lately. Rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching, in the crisis of faith. It was too much. Started messing with my head. This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again. I owe you one. See you around.
I think we made a friend.
Don't you just love springtime?
Tavern keg. Well, that's it. Mission accomplished. Got the golden bow and such. So at this point now, this is where I end the stream, and we'll continue next Monday. Probably not next Monday actually, because I am working, but I will have to confirm it. But I think the schedule is I will have Sunday off, which I will be going back to the regular Balkeen live stream, doing something, probably fiddling around with the layouts for Relationship Simulator. And Monday through Friday I will be working, so I'll have a nice 3-day weekend. So it might be a Saturday stream of this instead, Sunday's Balkeen, and then we'll just go from there. But thank you for popping in, and I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did this time. It's definitely a really good game to get into, that's for sure. It's actually a blind playthrough. So meantime, I'm going to end this here, and we'll probably see you in Discord. That's it for now. Till the next time.